Shauna, a good pre-season so far. Let's give your views on how it's been going.
Yeah, it's been going well. I mean, naturally in pre-season you're always going to have lots of ups and downs for different reasons, whether it be people going on holiday and coming back, or a couple of small injuries here and there. But overall, the team's really gelling now, and we're a couple of weeks in, and not only is it helping on the pitch, it's helping off the pitch that the group are really getting around each other, and that team feel and family feel is really there now, which is good.
And of course, 3 new signings since we last spoke. Talk about those.
Yeah, I mean, naturally we're going to bring in new players. Obviously, with the launch of going semi-professional, you're gonna get interest from players that we might not have previously, so that's been good. But I think overall bringing in fresh players is key for the team, because the team have really been together probably for around 3 years and only introduced 1 or 2 new ones. So coming in and introducing players across different positions, but also coming from leagues like Tier 3, Tier 4, coming from the Wales North Academy and things like that, is really raising the standard that we've got within the team, and that's only going to help us moving forwards when we're trying to gel. But also making the squad size a lot bigger than we had last year to account for things like injuries and account for things like holidays in pre-season, and it makes that team feel like a team, because they know they've got to fight for a shirt, they know they've got to work hard on the pitch and off the pitch. If not, there's someone there that's ready and raring to go, which I'd say for the last 3 years we've probably not had that. We've not had that depth in squad, which we do now, which is really key building into this new season.
Yeah, and having players come in from the experience you just mentioned there, from the likes of academies of Liverpool, Everton, and also Birmingham City,
yeah,
I imagine is quite crucial when coming to the new Saints.
Yeah, absolutely. It definitely raises the standard on the pitch, because you know that all the new players that have come in have come from a background where they've worked hard, they've trained hard, and they've been in a professional environment. Obviously, we've got some that have been in as full-time athletes as well, which is crucial to draw on their experiences, and obviously the likes of Sophie, who has WSL experience of sitting on a bench and being in and around professional athletes, certainly helps the rest of the team too. Obviously you've got Poppy that has come from youth academies as well at Liverpool, and having previously worked with her when she was a lot younger, you can see the background that she's had in academy football, and bringing that to TNS definitely helps on pitch too when we're trying to really drive the standards.
And also Lexi coming in as well.
Yeah, Lexi was a great signing. She came in towards the end of last season just training, but for her coming in, she's definitely made a mark on the team. And while she's only young, for us, age doesn't really matter. Her background and her experience speaks for itself, and the way that she's come in and as she drives the standard on the pitch for herself, that's had a positive effect on everyone else too, because everyone else had to raise their standard to keep up with the speed and the agility and the athleticism that some of the girls that we've brought in currently have.
Stoke City under 21s next week. What do you expect from them?
Yeah, it'll be a tough game. Again, we want to play games that are going to be tough. They're going to challenge us in different ways. We had Stockport previously where they're coming from National League. You've got Stoke where they're coming from National League, but it's a 21 side that they're obviously going to be learning, they're going to be growing, but they're going to be athletic, they're going to be strong, they're going to be well disciplined. And for us, playing against teams like that certainly leads us well into the season when we're going to be coming up against tough teams within the league.
Finally, the Accrington Premier schedule has been released, and we start off with an away trip to Barry Town United. Are you happy with that?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, naturally, any opening game you'd want to draw at home, but for us, I think getting the girls used to those away trips as soon as possible is also key, because that's not something we've experienced yet in pre-season. So we have got an away game lined up in a couple of weeks, but definitely going away against a team like Barry, it's a good introduction for the new players coming in, that's what a team in the Accrington Premier feels like, and how they play, that they're strong, they're aggressive. Again, that's why our pre-season games are shaped up the same way to prepare us as best as we can for a team like Barry on the 15th of September.
And you expect a tough test, no doubt, with the previous matches there. It's going to be one that the girls are going to get used to quite quickly in the Accrington Premier.
Yeah, definitely, and that's why I'm glad it is one of the first games, because if we don't have the introduction straight away on week 1, then you're sort of hiding it away from them until they get that game. And we had great games against Barry last year. Obviously the results sometimes weren't on our side, and we didn't play how we wanted to, but even last year we introduced under-19s to a team like Barry, and we took a lot of under-19s down there, and they had to quickly learn what it's like to play against a strong team like that. And hopefully now, with the way that we've structured pre-season and we've introduced under-19s along the way, they're coming up against similar teams in pre-season. But for the new players, ultimately, there's nothing like a first game of the season it being a tough one, so I'm excited for that one.